the tension between, it was like we knew that we were gonna do this thing, but we also didn't know. And it felt like more of a vamping up to the act as opposed to transaction, which I think like sometimes in America, it can be about the transaction. Like I'm a very passionate person. I feel like my erotic is attached to and connected to my creativity. And so like I like sex to be creative.
Not you gotta fuck to get this roll off.
Bruh. Listen.
I feel like my eroticness is attached. I don't know if I can perform if you don't
No, not that it's contingent upon it, but I do think that sex is a creative act for me.
Yes.
That like, I'm not just like gonna be like, oh yeah, let's get this. It's gonna be incredible. Like you really, like they said on hotels, you gonna remember this pussy.
I know
You
that's
understand?
right.
But I like that type of passion, and I feel like in Europe, it just felt more like they were down to have that like that rendezvous for a night that's really passionate and sweet and sexy, and it doesn't feel like exploitative.
We have weirdness with intimacy. Think about even children, nudity, nude beaches, sexuality.
America in general.
We have such.
When you were in high school and you said like I got a condom, people were like, oh my God, why do you have a condom? But in Europe, like it's like people, you would have to carry it. It was almost like shame because you having a condom meant that you were promiscuous. But it's like, but if I have sex and I don't have this condom, but that's the American conditioning as opposed to in Europe, it's like people are having sex. More people in America lose their virginity in cars than anywhere else. Because where else are you gonna go if you don't talk about sex with your family and sex is so taboo?
You right. You're not having it in the house.
You're not having it in your house.
You asked Jeeves that? That is crazy.
mean, actually, my mama was at work. I was braiding this nigga hair. It was at the house.
Period.
But I, it was a little.
I think I do remember your
I was also a women's studies major in college, and we talked about this kind of stuff. We talked about how it's like even just like the weird shit that be going on in America. It's like because we're having conversations, because parents in Europe are like, oh, okay, is Cindy coming over? Okay, you guys can go upstairs. We'll leave you alone. And so then it's a safer experience because everybody knows what's going on. We're not sneaking. If something happens, there are witnesses to know, like.
Also, just being that in the Western world, we're based off Christian views. And so we even just went through it on an episode. We talked about the history of sexual norms through age. And it's really interesting to know that a lot of our views now actually stem from the feminist movement and us getting our autonomy back and really letting these niggas know they weird out here.
I don't want to talk.
They're
I lied.
fucking weird.